If your trades feel like educated guesses, you're not alone. Most traders rely on gut instinct, trend lines that they drew by hand, or setups that they found on Reddit, and then they hope for the best. TrendSpider claims to turn all of that guesswork into data-backed decisions using AI and automation. But is it just another overhyped tool, or the edge that we've all been missing? Well, I tested every TrendSpider AI feature for 60 days, and stick around because I'll show you what worked and what nearly wrecked a few of my positions. So before diving into all of this myself, I actually did what any skeptical trader would do. I checked TrendSpider AI reviews, and I didn't just skim the glowing 5-star stuff either. I scrolled all the way straight down to the 1-star comments to see, where TrendSpider AI trading platform stuff might fall short of expectations. One TrendSpider AI review that stood out to me came from a user who complained that only intraday charts are available. He further stated that the need for longer time indicators too is important. He highlighted that most traders aren't pros and that they need help for at least a month or two to learn how to create scanners. Now, I'll be honest, that would sound a bit intimidating to me if I, were just getting started, but here's what I found. This kind of review was very rare. It sounds like more of just someone having some kind of frustration with the platform. He jumped in expecting that everything was going to be plug and play without realizing that, yeah, it does take a bit of setup and learning and, time. And honestly, the TrendSpider team actually makes learning the platform pretty easy if you put the time in. Their YouTube channel is packed with tutorials, overflowing. Plus, there's a big active community sharing custom screeners and helping each other out. So if you're willing to engage a bit, you're not flying blind. And despite those negative reviewers and some of those negative points that they talked about, plenty of these users have praised the platform for all of its strengths in reviews. One user here said that the charts are incredibly user-friendly and packed with every kind of markup tool you could imagine. And that really echoed my own experience too. You're not locked into just one way of viewing the market. You can customize every little detail in here. Another review called out the constant updates, which is something I noticed as well. The software is never stale. New features are added regularly, and you can tell that they're listening to user feedback by what they put in. Overall, TrendSpider AI platform has a very strong user rating and consistent praise for functionality, automation, and support resources. So, after seeing all the talk, both good and bad in the reviews and on forums and stuff like that, I decided to get hands-on with it. And right away, there's one thing that was clear. TrendSpider isn't just another charting platform. It's a full suite of AI-powered tools built to streamline your entire trading workflow. So, let's start with what I personally found the most powerful, and that's the AI strategies. So on TrendSpider, you can build your own AI strategy or choose from these pre-built ones that people make, and it'll generate predictive signals based on the price behavior. Now, this isn't just about throwing indicators on a chart. These strategies look for risk to reward setups. So for example, one of the strategies that I tested would signal buy when it believed the next few candles were more likely to hit a 3% profit than a 1.5% stop loss. That's not just helpful, but it's actionable, and it's based on real historic behavior, no gut feelings. And speaking of historical behavior, TrendSpider's strategy tester is flat out impressive. I've used strategy testers on some other platforms. Some of them require coding, others are super clunky, but this one is really clean. You can visually build out your entry and exit logic, test across different market environments, and quickly see whether your idea holds up or whether it falls apart. And then you can just redo it with some new ideas. It really does make strategy development way less intimidating. And even if you're not trying to maybe build the next big algo, it does help you understand how your setups behave under pressure. All right, next up, probably my second favorite feature, the market scanner. So imagine telling your software, only show me stocks with a bullish engulfing candle and RSI under 30 on the 1-hour chart, and TrendSpider will basically just find those for you across all the tickers you track and then flag them in real time. I used to manually dig for all this stuff for hours. This just replaced all of that. You can even scan across multiple timeframes, something that many platforms don't support without writing extra scripts. And the smart watch lists, same idea. You can build dynamic lists based on any criteria you want, and they update automatically. You don't need to manually check 50 charts a day and type everything in. Then there's also the stock markets map. So this one honestly caught me a bit off guard with actually how useful it is. So these are these visual discovery tools. You can look at a whole sector and quickly spot which stocks are behaving differently. I found tile maps insanely useful for surfacing outliers, and then when I see something that jumps out, I just right-click it and toss it into a watch list. Now, if you've used maybe competitors like TradingView or TC2000, you might be wondering how TrendSpider stacks up. Well, I've used all three, and here's what I noticed. Unlike TC2000 or TradingView, which require manual drawings or scripts, TrendSpider automates most of the grunt work. Trend lines, support resistance zones, candlestick patterns, it scans and plots those for you. And that automation reduces just a lot of human error. And I can't tell you how many times I've misjudged a trend line by just a few points, but TrendSpider doesn't do that. So multiple time frame analysis is another spot where it shines, and that I want to talk about. So you can overlay multiple time frames on one chart. Yeah, like some competitors, like maybe TradingView, do have something like that, but it's not as seamless, and it doesn't feel built for strategy development the same way that TrendSpider's implementation does. Overall, it's clear that TrendSpider AI features do lean really hard into automation and objectivity with the numbers. If you're serious about your technical trading, it offers real tools, not just prettier charts. But now, I do want to be honest, no tool is going to be perfect, and TrendSpider isn't without its learning curve and its quirks. When I first opened the dashboard, it really did feel like a lot. There are tools inside of tools. It's really powerful, but you should expect a little bit of difficulty when you're trying to learn all these new things. It can be a bit overwhelming. If you're expecting something like Robinhood, especially, which is just for beginners, this is a lot more than that. But here's the thing. This platform is not for beginner traders just starting out. It's for traders who want more control, better data, and actual decision-making tools. After a few hours just of using it myself, watching tutorials, tweaking my layout, I really started to see all of the logic behind how everything is structured, and honestly, I would rather have too many tools than not enough, right? Once you get past the initial setup, past all the complexity and you're learning, everything becomes way more intuitive. So yeah, it does take a little effort upfront, but that's the trade-off for the power that you get. And when it comes to pricing, TrendSpider isn't the cheapest platform out there, but you're not paying for a basic charting tool either. You're paying for automation, AI strategy signals, backtesting, and a tool that helps you trade smarter, not harder, among many other tools. If you're a casual investor who just checks charts once a month, this definitely might feel like overkill to you. But if you're trading actively or even semi-actively, and you want something that actually works with you instead of against you, then it's honestly well priced. And they do run promos, so definitely check the link in the description. We'll keep it updated with their current pricing and the best deal that they're offering right now. So, can TrendSpider predict the market? No tool can. But this one comes close to helping you think like a machine, spotting patterns, testing setups, and automating your workflow. If you're tired of second-guessing your trades, check the link in the description to explore TrendSpider and see if it fits your strategy. We've also included a special discount, so don't miss it.